experience of Soundcheck. Good evening, everybody. It's great to be here in the great state of Michigan tonight. I got a job I gotta do tonight. I got a message I gotta bring to all the Michigan people tonight. Oh yeah! And I want you to help me do it. That's right. I want you to help me do it. Let's bring her on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a nice round of applause for her. Child. Check it out. This is the surprise part of the show, so what goes on? Tell me. That's right. There's a land so wide and tall, where every street is paved with gold, and it's just across the borderline. When it's time to take your turn, there's a lesson you must learn. You may lose more than you ever hoped to find. When we reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hands, and you know it's too late to change your mind. 'Cause you paid the price to come this far, just to wind up where you are, and you're scared just to cross the borderline. Let's do an acoustic.
about, like, what did you do when you were 5 years old?
Up and down
Thursday night.
thousand footprints in the sand. Just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. Up and down the Rio Grande, thousand footprints in the sand reveal a secret that no one can define. The river rolls on like a breath in between our lives and death. Tell me who's next to cross the borderline. When you reach the broken promised land, every dream slips through your hands, and you know it's too late to change your mind. 'Cause you paid the price to come this far, just to wind up where you are, and you're still just across the borderline. It can be all right. Didn't think I was coming back. I thought I ran off. How you doing?
How about you?
Good, real good.
Good trip in?
Had a good time. Yeah, it's nice to see some sunshine. It's been pouring like crazy in New Jersey.
It's been raining here all summer also. This is the first time we've been having some sunshine.
Yeah, greenhouse. Something like the weather's not bad. Yeah. How you doing? Up a little bit? Just a little bit.
And if so, how is the band?
I have like one song at the moment, I think, that I've started to fiddle around with, you know, and usually I don't write a whole lot on the road because it's hard, you know, you play 3 hours or more every night, and then now you got to, you know, go home and get the babies and everything, and you don't really find that much time to kind of, I'm not going back to the hotel and like picking up the guitar usually, you know, but I get a little, you know, I find some time, and I usually come up. It's been the same every tour. I come up with about 2 or 3 songs maybe that kind of point me in a direction, and I'll go, you know, so when I'm done working. But the writing is something that it's unpredictable, you know. It's sort of like it just kind of usually comes when it comes, and the best stuff does anyway, you know.
I wondered if having the guys around inspired.
Yeah, that's gonna happen, you know, because everybody has different backgrounds, a lot of different musical backgrounds. Gospel backgrounds, there's real hard rock backgrounds, R&B backgrounds, all different types of musicians, you know. So I'm looking forward to trying to incorporate a lot of those elements, if not this time out, hopefully into some of the things I'll be coming up with.
And Bruce, looking at all the reviews that have come out since you began the tour, it would seem that if there is a criticism, the general question is, all right, he was playing to the common man for the years in the 70s and the 80s. Now he's out in California. He's got a $13 million mansion. How does he now relate to the average man or woman?
Well, I don't think that is, if you don't mind me saying so, is a big kind of classic rock and roll sort of cliche, you know. I don't know if there is an average man or woman, first of all, you know. And I think that the whole point is that my songs have always been basically about very fundamental human emotions, human things,
that everybody, I don't care what block you live on, everybody goes through it, you know. Everybody's struggling in their own, in different ways, in different parts of their life. And that's what I've always focused on. I didn't write specifically for this person or that person, and I still really don't, you know. I try to reach down and find my own humanity and struggle to hold on to that, and in doing so, bring it out, you know, and try to help other people hold on to theirs in a world where it's harder to do that all the time, you know.
Well, and that's changed as you've gotten older.
Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for reminding me.
Bruce, you made allusions to what you might draw from this band, you know, in terms of writing and stuff. Is this going to stay together? Maybe not for 17 years, but do you see?
I don't know. You know, we're just kind of. This is our. I don't think we've done 30 shows together yet, so we're just starting to do it. I think what I wanted to do was open myself up to have the freedom to play with a lot of different musicians and different types of musicians, and expose myself to different, you know, different influences and different musicians with different backgrounds. And so I want to keep that going also, you know. But this is a great band, and they worked really as hard as any group of people I've ever seen. You know, it's like we were at the Meadowlands, we were playing 3 hours or more a night, and then we were rehearsing in the afternoon, so the show would change somewhat every night, and it really puts the pressure on you, and they've just done spectacular. And night after night, everybody's always there, so it's a great group of people. Yeah.
Can you compare these shows to previous shows? Are they as energetic? As the fans going to sweat as much as they did in the past?
I don't know about the fans. I do, you know. I definitely do, you know. But you have to. I don't know. Everybody probably have a different take on it. You know, the shows are a little different, and yet I think that if you were a fan, you come down. I think that I retain the richness of the music and the scope of the music that I've been trying to encompass over the years. That's all there, and some new ideas and some new songs, and also so.
How is playing in Detroit different from playing in any other city?
Detroit has always been a very intense place. It's like, I guess my greatest one of my greatest memories of Detroit is coming out on stage at the beginning of was the '81 tour, I think, the River tour, and forgetting the words like opening up with Born to Run, and forgetting the words, and standing there and realizing, gee, I can't think of the words to any song I've ever written right now. And then hearing the lyrics come out of the crowd, and oh, thanks, you know, it was fine the rest of the night. But it's always been a good place for me. It's always been a good place for us to come to and play. Our audiences have always been pretty committed, so.
You said a while ago that you thought maybe that you're addicted to performing, like staying for all the encores, and they were on shows. You didn't want to do that, and yet you're doing 3.5-hour show.
That's right. I'm still addicted, and I haven't changed that at all. You know, the idea of changing it was it was a nice idea. You know, it just didn't work out. You know, but I think that what happens is the show. It's funny because I read that and I wasn't exactly right about it. The show tends to find its own length, you know, and also I don't come around that often, and when I do, you know, it's like it's a real chance to really come down, and hey, it's a night's worth of entertainment, and it should be. I've always wanted it to be more of an experience than a show, I guess, to say. So I started out thinking that, you know, I'd like to play around you know, a little more than 2 hours, and the first show ended up 2.5, and then since then it's gotten, we've had some that have gone pretty well over 3. So, but it's just what feels right on any given night, and so I'm just kind of following my gut with it at the moment.
Yeah, a lot has been said that you're a lot happier person now. Do you think? I mean, what do you think about that?
That's a good question. I think what happens is when people tend to use the word happy in a very one-dimensional sort of way, you know, like oh, you know. I think when I was talking about feeling happier, I think probably what I meant was more rounded or more realized. I have things in my life now that satisfy me besides my work, and I got, a family thing going, which is something I wanted to do for a long time, and I'm real happy with the music I'm doing. I feel real free and real, just, things have gone really well for me the past 2 or 3 years, and I got my new song to sing, and that's what I'm here to do.
Bruce, your new hometown is Los Angeles. What's your read on the riots and you as a performer? You've always been on top of it. Common situation. What do you think about it now?
It was a really difficult time, and I think that the bottom line is that after the '60s, like they had the commission that came in, and there were a variety of different programs that came in that all got rolled back during the '80s, and how long can you leave people, abandon people for dead, or leave people for dead without expecting that there's going to be some sort of price to pay? It's just, so the riots weren't a surprise. I think what was surprising was that they hadn't happened earlier. If I remember when Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing came out, there were a lot of articles in the press worrying that the movie was going to kick off race riots. And so if people are worried that a film is going to kick off race riots in the United States, there's got to be a reason why there's got to be a tinderbox there. And I think that's the case. And until we address those problems, or maybe until those problems become so pressing and so expensive that people like me and you are forced to address them in some fashion, they continue to go unaddressed. So the riots weren't a surprise at all.
It's going to be interesting for you to be performing tonight on the opening night of the Republican convention. Do you think Reagan's going to invoke your name again in his speech?
I don't think so tonight. I doubt it. I think you need a record in the top 10 or 20 for that to happen. I'm not sure. So, but,
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Tower views.
Whoa! Good Lord.
My first of 30. Is there any way you can decide?
Yeah, sure. This was 75?
75, 70, New Year's Eve, 75, 76.
All right. I remember that show, too.
No, I don't forget it. The first one. 75. Thank you very much.
There you go.
The nannies are looking for something for Evan to do. That's New Year.